I'd like to call the meeting to order now. Christie, roll call, please.
Jimmy?
Here.
Melanie?
Here.
Jake?
Here.
Bill?
Here.
We have a quorum.
We're doing the Community Development Agency first. Here is the proof of publication. Anyone desiring to speak on any item or issue not on the agenda, or any item on the agenda that does not include a public hearing may do so, which shall be limited to 3 minutes. Persons should identify themselves by name and address. Persons speaking should not expect the council to engage in back and forth dialogue regarding their comments. Unless an agenda item includes a public hearing, no person may speak during the business portion of the meeting. Provided, however, persons speaking during a public hearing are limited to between 5 and 20 minutes. The public is advised that a copy of the Open Meetings Act is located on the north wall of the council chamber, and one copy of all reproducible written material will be discussed at this meeting is available for examination and copying. I move for open for approval of the agenda, please.
Linda? Is there anyone?
Oh, does anyone want to speak? No. Approval of the agenda, please.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
I second.
Vote, please. All in favor? I move for motion of the consent agenda from the CDA minutes in December 9th, 2025.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Vote, please. All in favor? Okay, this is the resolution number CDA 2026-01. Authority, consideration, and action to approve amendment number 11 to the redevelopment contract between the Community Development Agency of the City of Valley, Nebraska, and Blue Water Development Corporation.
Based on our discussions last night, I think make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Vote, please. All in favor? I entertain a motion to adjourn the CDA meeting.
Make a motion to adjourn it.
Second.
Vote, please. Now we're going into the regular Valley City Council meeting.
Hang on, give me a minute. Let me get over there.
Sure. I gotta get there too. Okay, it's now called to order. Christie, roll call, please.
Jimmy?
Here.
Melanie?
Here.
Jake?
Here.
Bill?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Pledge of Allegiance. Bill, you wanna?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Here is proof of publication of our regular city council meeting. Anyone desiring to speak on any item or issue not on the agenda, or any item on the agenda that does not include a public hearing may do so, but shall be limited to 3 minutes. Persons should identify themselves by name and address. Persons speaking should not expect the council to engage in back and forth dialogue regarding their comments. Unless an agenda item includes a public hearing, no person may speak during the business portion of the meeting provided. However, persons speaking during the public hearing are limited between 5 and 20 minutes. The public is advised that a copy of the Open Meeting Act is located on the north wall of the council chamber, and one copy of all reproducible written material to be discussed at this meeting is available for examination or copying. Is there anyone that would like to address? Okay. I entertain a motion to approve the agenda with the removal of agenda item number 15 will be removed. So we need a motion to approve the agenda minus agenda item 15.
I make a motion to approve the agenda with the removal of number 15.
Second.
Vote, please. All in favor? I entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
Okay, so, Mayor, if I could just say a few words about
Yes.
this. So within the consent agenda, we have claims of Councilman Lewis and Councilman Socha that relate to their request for reimbursement for attending the league training, which I believe was last week or a few weeks ago. So they have a conflict on those claims. And so my suggestion is that those council members recuse themselves or abstain from voting on the consent agenda. That then will leave Councilwoman Hayden and Councilman Dean, and then you will count toward the quorum because they were not due to their conflicts. And so those two council persons and you, if you wish, would vote
Yes.
on the consent agenda. All right. Okay, that's how I would recommend we proceed.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I second the motion.
Vote, please. And I vote in favor of it too.
Thank you.
Okay, down to number 8. Vets Park. Consideration of request for the city of Valley to maintain the Vets Park.
Okay, thought there might be somebody here to.
I was looking for Tim.
Dick Rowe. Dick Rowe.
Oh. Bear with me, I'll get there.
Absolutely.
You take your time.
Good evening, I'm Dick Rowe, and I live at 206 Sunset Street here in Valley. Find my little note that Mr. Billington gave me. Bear with me. Supposedly, Roger Billington had talked to some of the people around here about where if they would be willing to take care of the lawn service at the Valley Memorial Park uptown, which is more or less consists of mowing the yard and getting it watered and keeping the weeds out around the pond. And the Legion will take care of putting down all the new memorial bricks that people buy to put into the park itself. And we just was wanting to see if there was anybody that was gonna maybe could help us out a little bit. And that's all I really had is, but it's, we have to put mulch down and we don't have a place to get it. And a lot of times, like last year, it didn't get done until late, but if we could try to get some help, we'd appreciate it and we'll go from there. Any questions?
No.
Mike Gorman, City Administrator. Would like to just give a little bit of background on this. The park, and I did meet with Mr. Bevington earlier this week. The park is currently being mowed and removing snow by Chad Hayden with Hayden Lawn Care. And he's been doing that for the VFW at no charge. And we did have a conversation with him this week, and he said that he would continue to do it if the city didn't take it over. So he's still willing to provide those services. We did check to see what the costs were of the city taking it over, and we did find that it was a significant effort. It includes mowing, snow removal, fall and spring servicing of the sprinkler system and the waterfall, tree and bush trimming, fertilizing, and all of those things. So it is a significant effort for the city. We're also aware that the Nebraska VFW does provide financial assistance to local posts like the one here in Valley. And we'd like to explore that a little bit more. The post assistance can be $500 to $2,500. There's a still serving grant that's available for up to $1,500, a minimum of $500. I guess what I'm saying is there's still a lot of loose ends here, and we recommend that we just put this on hold for tonight, give us a chance to meet with the VFW and work out some more of the issues and talk more about what options might be available.
I have a question. Is all of the Keno funds for the entire annual year all spoken for? And would they apply to this as far as community development?
I don't think they've been spoken for, and I think they possibly could apply to this, yes.
Okay.
Well, part of it we have to watch because we
Yeah,
are giving it to DC West Prom and
Yeah, but how much do we get like a year annually? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think it's,
Oh, she's not here.
And the
Probably a Lori question.
Yeah.
it was,
it'd be a question
what
for
was
our
it
treasurer.
last? We got a, shoot, we got an email on it.
And now with one more Keno place, last month it was eight.
I thought it
Yeah,
was something
that's
like
what I was
8,000 a
thinking,
month.
8,000.
Between the
Yeah.
two places.
So,
For 1 month?
Averages around-
for 1 month.
Yeah,
Yeah, it averages anywhere from about 7,500 to 8,000 a month.
If we can just look into that's an option with all of our already, like,
That's $96,000 a year.
with considering also what we already have it committed to, got
mhm.
deducted, just see if there's anything left over
Okay,
and see if it qualifies.
we'll look at that as one of the options to bring back to you.
Well, and I think we also need to have Hayden Lawn Service included in this. Since they've been doing it,
Mhm.
I don't know if there's been some kind of miscommunication. But
No.
why all of a sudden,
And I don't think, again, I didn't talk to him personally, Tim Sheets did. And I don't think there's any reason that they'd want to stop. They're just saying if the city were to take it over, then obviously
Yeah.
they wouldn't be doing it anymore.
yeah, I think there's need for more discussion.
Okay,
Someone wants to make a motion to hold that over.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Vote please. All in favor? Okay, now we go to number 9. Park and Recreation Advisory Committee.
Hi, my name is Mary Ellis, and I'm the elected chairperson for this committee. And I'm here tonight. Just want to talk about, we had a meeting on February 19th at 7 p.m. And at that meeting, we got together and we all unanimously voted that the pool should be in the park where it previously was. And that we want to be involved in the process if at all possible. That's all I have.
Any questions?
Nice meeting.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
serving.
Okay, number 10, city pool. Consideration and action on the following: preferred location of the city pool, financing options, use of ARPA funds, future meetings and public hearings. Mike Gorman.
yes, hello again. I think tonight what we'd like to get accomplished is have the council choose a place for the location of the new pool. I think that's one of the things that we would want to accomplish. And then, but before you do that, I'd just like to go through a few other things. You know, we're looking at coming up with a financing plan for the pool, of course. And we're estimating that pool is going to cost somewhere between $6 and $8 million. once we have everything involved in it, all the earthwork, environmental work, all of the things that, ancillary things that go with it. So that's kind of our starting place. I want you to know that staff is gonna look at kind of an all-above approach. We're looking at grant applications. We're looking at citywide fundraising. We'd like to see a potential for a pool committee to be formed that would help with the fundraising activities and take the lead on that. And we're also going to be contacting the city's largest employers, Menards, 3M, Valmont, Valley Corp, to name a few of our large ones that we would want to contact to see how much they would want to pitch into that. We're also going to look at a municipal bond, and anything that we do regarding the pool is going to require borrowing money, or in other words, some kind of a municipal bond to pay for that. There's two ways we can do it. One is to increase the mill levy to pay off the bond. I don't think that would be real popular because it would result in a tax increase for everyone. Another way to do it is to split the sales tax that we currently collect. Right now, 100% of the sales tax goes toward water line replacement and the work on the water treatment plant and those projects. What we would suggest is some split, whether it's 60-40 or 50-50 or however it would work out, to divert some of that money toward the pool, paying off the bond of a pool. If it were 50-50, that would be about $800,000 a year that could be used to pay down the bond and to retire that debt. Now, both of those approaches would require a vote of the people. So we would have to go out and get approval to split that payment between the two funding sources. And one of the things we'll need to do is assure everyone that this would not slow down the water main replacement or any of the work that's forecasted to do that work for water line improvements. So we will need to get, one of the things that makes this a little bit tricky is we need, since the bond is essential, we need to get some sense whether that'll be approved before we can start spending money on hiring consultants and doing all that planning work. So that could slow things down quite a bit. And I don't know exactly how all those dates would work out. One thing we could do, and I think it's going to be before the council, is use ARPA funds, American Rescue Plan Act funds. We have about $115,000 in that account right now. That's to be used for park improvements, so it would fit for this kind of a project. So we could use that to hire a consultant, get some conceptual plans put together that would help us with the fundraising effort and do all those kinds of things. But the problem is it could be wasted if the vote on the bond or paying off the bond doesn't go through. So that's something that the council will have to consider. One thing that we also want to do is look at future meetings and public hearings. And I guess tonight, in addition to the location of the pool, we ask you to direct staff to look at a financing plan for the pool and bring that back at the next meeting.
Thank you, Mike. Just really quick to clarify, since I just don't want to raise any alarms that taking that sales tax, like some of it from the water and sewer, can you add a little bit more color as to what grants we've already been provided and what we're looking at doing that will go towards water and sewer?
Yeah, it will. We have approximately $7 million right now in our water and sewer account, in that sales tax account, that could be used toward water and sewer improvements. Now, some of that has to go toward the water treatment plant, so it's not all toward that, but that money is there and available to be used for that. We also have another $1.28 million that has come to the city through Congressman Bacon's office and the appropriations from last year. So we would use that as well. And we would continue to use, 50% of that sales tax toward the storm sewer upgrades that we plan to do. So we think that there's enough money in there to do I shouldn't have said storm sewer, I mean water line improvements, but to do that work and still be able to fund the pool.
Thank you.
So it wouldn't slow down progress or the plans on the water treatment side.
Not at all.
So how do we want to break this out?
We can make a motion on location first and just take.
Right, someone needs to put up a location.
I make a motion that we put the pool in the park.
I will second that.
Vote, please. All in favor?
I do think that, well, it's in the location of the park now, that the park committee be pretty involved with it as well.
Mhm.
With that.
Do we need to vote on that? Is it as assigned to the future meetings and public hearings portion of this? I don't know.
I don't think you vote on that tonight.
Okay.
I think you take care of that at a later meeting.
Okay.
I also, though, think that if the pool is in the park, the Parks Committee already has jurisdiction over that, even if you don't vote on it.
Yeah.
But that said, I do recommend a vote at a future meeting, just so it's clear
Yep.
that they're involved.
Okay.
I think what we need to look for now is, I look for a motion that you give the city employees opportunity to look at the financing. What, we gotta go deeper into this to figure out how to finance it. But we need your authority to do that.
Okay. And those grants that we looked at, because there's some timelines on those, like April, that they need to be
There's
applied for.
grants and there's all
Yes.
kinds of things.
So we just say we make a motion to approve the staff to explore all grant options and apply for them?
And,
Well,
yeah,
financing
Financing.
options,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Then I would make a motion for our city staff to explore all financial options and grants to apply for.
Second.
Vote, please. All in favor? Now, the ARPA funds, they have to be used by the end of this year anyway.
They do, yes, they do.
So I know like some of these grants that we were looking at from the conference, you really won't even see those come back until pretty much fourth quarter anyways.
Mhm.
So I mean, using the ARPA funds gives us an opportunity to get somewhat of a head start and get some plans put together, to give the community a visual, something that they can see and feel and embrace. And if we have to use them before the end of the year, is there anything else we would use them towards?
The only other thing was the marquee sign out on Richmond Road to replace it,
The signs, okay.
the digital sign,
So we-
Just one sign?
just one.
Okay.
But we also have a budget meeting in September, so we can still refinance that into our budget to replace the signs. I think for the sake of.
For the
keeping-
one sign, yes.
I think for the sake of keeping this pool situation moving along,
I agree.
I would make a motion to use the ARPA funds to get some type of drawings for
So we don't
consulting.
know how much ARPA funds we would need at this point.
At this point, no, it would just,
I think maybe that would be explored as part of the.
as part of this financing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
would
then-
probably be explored in the financing.
I think a motion on that's premature.
Is it? Okay.
I think staff should study all the financing options. That would include the ARPA funding. Yes, it's March, but it's only March. That needs to be used by the end of the year. I feel like we have some time. Would you come back to the council meeting in April?
Yeah, we'll be ready in April.
Okay, all right. So maybe even as soon as the next meeting.
Okay.
You can take that up.
Could you look at, kind of what the cost would be to get some, like a rendering and cost analysis and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And that way we knew how much of the ARPA funds.
Yeah, and we'll explore, I know we looked at JDO, we'll explore other consultants as well and, try to make sure that we've got a selection of people to work with. I'm not saying it wouldn't be JDO, I'm just saying we'll kind of open it up a little bit.
And what was the estimated cost for a new sign, just to add some, I thought it was like 75,000, wasn't it? From the budget meeting we did?
Somewhere around there.
Okay,
75 a month of that.
was it a little bit more? Okay,
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
okay.
Time to get everything put together and stuff like that. It's,
Well, it's
Mhm.
just that digital sign out there is obsolete and we can't
Yeah, we have to
get the
replace it
parts to repair it.
and the software, the whole nine
Software.
yards. I don't know why, Linda, but for some odd reason, I was thinking it was gonna take a big chunk of that ARPA to do that.
Yeah,
Do you want us to take a look at that as well as
Yeah.
the
Yeah, just
financing
clarify
of
that
that as
number.
well?
yeah,
Just thinking like that.
we're making that
Yeah,
clear
we can do
decision.
that. I know we've done a little bit of checking to see what the cost would be, but we could also look at, maybe there's an alternative way to finance that as well.
Okay. All right, so we'll table that for,
The ARPA funds, it'll go in the financial. Okay, number 11. Keno funds. A request from DC West Post-Prom Committee for a donation supporting the post-prom event in lieu of pool party because of non-operational city pool. First of all, we need an amount.
I would take $500. I think we, based off last night's discussion, I think $500.
The amount requested was 300 and we will offer 500 towards the children because they didn't get one last year.
Okay,
Make a motion.
make a motion, please.
We'll make a motion to offer the DC West Post Prom Committee a donation of $500 out of the Keno funds.
Second.
Vote, please. All in favor? Resolution number 2026-14. Consideration and approval to install 2 25-mile-per-hour speed limit signs in Ginger Cove.
So we discussed this last meeting and we just needed a resolution and you put that together for us. So I would make a motion to approve resolution.
Vote, please.
Who seconded? I'm
I
sorry. Thank you, Jake. And everybody was in favor?
All in favor?
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on to number 13. Is this the same thing, Christie?
Yeah, they showed
Motion to
14.
expend funds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Ginger Cove, consideration and action to spend funds for the 2 25-mile-hour speed limit signs in Ginger Cove.
I would make a motion to approve spending the funds for 2 25-mile-per-hour speed limit signs in Ginger Cove.
I'll second.
Vote, please. All in favor? Okay, number 14. Ordinance number 847. Ordinances are required to be passed on 3 readings. The only ordinance where the rules cannot be suspended for annexations. The next item then is ordinance number 847, which is consideration and approval of amending chapter 74, schedule 1 of the Valley Municipal Code, providing for the speed limit of motor vehicles. I need a council member to move to introduce ordinance number 847 on the first reading.
I would make a motion for approval on the first reading.
To introduce.
Sorry, a motion for the first reading.
I'll second that.
Is this where you do the short reading?
Yep, you got a motion and a second.
Vote, please. All in favor?
Ordinance number 847, an ordinance repealing chapter 74, schedule 1, speed limits of the Valley Municipal Code, an ordinance providing for the speed limit of motor vehicles, providing for an effective date of this ordinance, providing for a severability clause, and providing for the repeal of all ordinances in conflict herewith.
Is there a desire to suspend the rules to pass the ordinance on the second and third reading?
I'll make a motion to suspend the second and third reading.
I'll second.
Vote, please. Ordinance number 847 passes on second and third reading. Okay, and we're skipping 15, so city engineer.
Good evening. Tonight we do have the next progress payment for Erickson Construction for the water treatment plant expansion. If you haven't been by there, there's been a lot of progress. Basically, the building is almost enclosed. We have still one piece of roof off of that while they did all of their equipment here. The critical path equipment did show up there last month, and then they actually got a bunch of stuff Thursday and Friday, excuse me. So fortunately, I think we're looking now to, it's basically everything's going to almost be in the contractor's control of things, not waiting for stuff to ship in, which is, we're in a good spot now. Unfortunately, we weren't in that spot a couple of months ago. So, but tonight we do have progress payment number 14, in the amount of $1,133,550. And that does take us to about 69% of the contract price. And again, I think I've mentioned this a couple of different times over the last 2 months, is these pay-ups will become very large very quickly as we're getting a lot of equipment, electrical components, controls, all of this stuff showing up and going inside the building. And so you'll see these pay-ups be very hefty in the next couple months. So overall schedule, then we are looking basically in the middle of the summer. We're trying to nail that date down, but we're working with People Service on that, so they're very well informed on that overall schedule. But we are looking to be able to produce water in this new plant this summer for the peak demand. So with that, happy to answer any questions. I do recommend approval of pay application number 14 to Erickson Construction.
Any questions?
I make a motion to approve the payment, number 14.
1 second.
Vote, please. All in favor?
And then right across the street to the north and to the east, Valley Landing, we did put up the rectangular rapid flashing beacon with Omaha Electric Service. That was a project that we did last fall, and they did get that installed here in January, so that is all complete and functioning. This is just really a one pay application in the amount of $14,299.65, and that was their bid amount. So we're basically just paying them for work performed. So having reviewed that, we do recommend approval for that pay request amount. And this is funded through the Valley Landing TIF agreement.
I make a motion that we pay the $14,299.65.
1 second.
Vote, please. All in favor?
Not too much on the other miscellaneous. We just have the active development stuff that continues over the last couple of months. Some of the stuff is ramping up, and the planning commission also next week with just a couple items, working with Mr. John on that. So I have to answer any questions if you guys have anything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief?
Good evening, council. In your packets, I put the call totals for February. As you can see, it was a fairly uneventful month, pretty low call volume for the month of February, which is not unusual for this time of year. But things are definitely picking up. March has definitely been started off pretty busy. So that's really all I have. No new news from the police department. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Chief, I have a question.
Sure.
What's the 32 special detail?
So the special details that we have on there are when we do school traffic,
Oh,
or we
okay.
go to the basketball games, football games, stuff
All
like that. But we don't have a code within our calls for service that say, school traffic or whatever. I'm working on getting that done, but that's what those special
Okay.
details show.
That's what I was wondering. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Building and zoning.
Marty Evans, the building inspector. My second week, happy to be here, happy to help. Our office is right down the wall, right down the hall, so let's go free and help you out.
Thank you.
You got it.
Welcome.
What's that?
Welcome.
Oh, thanks.
Just hang around with us for a while. City administrator.
I don't have anything else.
Okay. City attorney.
I don't have a whole lot. As Greg mentioned, there's a few upcoming development items. So we have a planning commission meeting next week. I think there's a rezone issue there. And then we have the special meeting on the 23rd, where I do believe at long last, we're going to take up the Champion Shores. Final plat, subdivision agreement, and the rezoning. And then in April, although maybe also on March 23rd, we can take up that interlocal agreement with the county on the inspections, if we wanted to do that prior to April 1st. That's all I have. If there are questions, I'm happy to answer them. Very good.
Thanks, Bob.
Mayor's report, we got a citywide cleanup day, April 18th, 2026, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I do believe that if you have any branches, Tim, we're gonna take them to the water treatment plant to the south side.
The arboretum behind the one.
Okay. Thank you. And then the Valley Cemetery Cleanup Day, April 26, 2026, from 9 to noon. They're welcoming anybody of any age. Community members of all ages welcome. Wear outdoor work clothes, closed-toe shoes, and bring work gloves. And if you can bring shovels and rakes, wheelbarrows, water, sun protection, whatever. We're looking to clean up our cemetery. And then the only upcoming item is Planning Commission, March 17th at 4:30. Anything else? I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Vote, please. All in favor? I thought the